that is guiding every planning department with sustainable development principles. So they said, hey, we're going to be able to do this. We're going to make this thing happen. And we can implement this without the people knowing. But when they find out that they're living in a dictatorship, they might not be happy. So it might be unpopular. So what are they going to do? So they came up with another book. It's called Sustainable America, A New Consensus. So you know the word consensus. If you look up consensus in a dictionary, hey, if we were going to have consensus in here, we'd all be in a big circle, we'd talk, let's say we're going to go party tonight. So we're going to talk about it and decide where we want to go, and everybody's going to get a chance to, we're going to work it out, right? That's real consensus, agreement of all parties. No. This is the new consensus. What is it? What is the definition? The new consensus is neutralization of the opposition. Neutralizing your enemies. Neutralize and convert. You dare to dissent? Agenda 21 is top-down, global, but it gives the illusion of being local, right? So it purports to being sourced in the people, and it needs support by the stakeholders. You think you're a stakeholder. You are not a stakeholder, okay? They need community buy-in, so they create it. In fact, they create the community. In fact, your local government is engaged. Now, does this sound like, hey, this is a conspiracy, but it ain't no theory. This is the real deal. So your local government will go out into your neighborhoods and identify people who are willing to work with them. And then they will elevate them. They'll say, hey, have you thought about starting a neighborhood association? And then there's that person who's speaking for you. Well, you're cooking dinner and you're hanging out and you're doing other things. You don't even know that person exists, but they are helping to make policy for what happens to you in your town right now. So they create community. They use nonprofits, civil society, unelected boards, and they create these groups. Nonprofits, non-governmental organizations are at the bottom level of this bureaucracy. This is a bureaucracy that is created where we have no impact. This is not representative, right? So they have public opinion meetings. They call them visioning meetings in the United States. This is all across the U.S. You get invited to come on down, give your opinion of this cool new plan for the center of town. So you go down there. And they've got a screen up there and they show, do you like this? Do you like that? They give you 3 options. You don't like any of them, but you don't get to say that. And if you do say that, well, you're a dissenter. Remember, communitarianism. They'll shame you. They'll mock you. You'll be rejected by your community. Half the time, the people in that room are being paid to be there. They are people who are working with a nonprofit. They're consultants. They're employees of the government who are there after hours being paid. And you have wandered in. Somehow you noticed that little tiny ad in the newspaper on page 7050. So you ended up in there, right? But right now, if you go to those government meetings, they use the RAND technique, the Delphi technique, a mind control technique, which is used to bring groups of people to a predetermined outcome while giving them the impression.
Después culpa del gobierno, ¿cierto? Que no cuida a la gente. ¿Cómo chucha la persona que tiene movilidad reducida de acá? ¿Por qué? Porque Boric le prometió el cierre de la guerra también a los discapacitados, pues, huevón. A los autistas, a los pobres, a todo huevón que tenía una necesidad por la chucha le engañó a este hijo de puta.